Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. And with that being said, I hope that you are all having a beautiful day or a beautiful night if you guys are out there in the world. One of the biggest things that we have been witnessing right now in the overall market is the major sell-off due to, of course, the ETF news, due to market makers. You could make an argument about it all day long. One big thing to focus on with a lot of the sell pressure isn't the ETF. It's not Grayscale dumping their Bitcoin holdings. It's none of that. It is the major holders in this space that make the market, that are going to sell the news, that are going to sell after retail has hit euphoria. And we haven't really gotten to the euphoria, but we have been very greedy for the most part. Everyone has been calling for incredible moves on Bitcoin to 100, 250,000, 500,000, and even $1 million. It's kind of comical. So we already knew that this major pullback and this major correction was 100% coming. And on top of that, fear and greed is now starting to correct. Now people are getting a little bit more fearful. They're getting neutral, if you will. But beyond that, altcoins, they are getting decimated. And we knew that this was going to happen as well. Bitcoin dominance almost at 50%, having a significant pullback. It was going to drag altcoins with it. And even as Bitcoin chopped with Bitcoin dominance high, it was going to cause pain in the altcoin market. And we are seeing that now. But the big thing is everyone is calling XRP a scam, XRP this, XRP that, because XRP is dropping as well. It's down to 52 and almost a half cents now. But if we look at the 24-hour span, nearly nothing is green. And if we look at the major sell pressure, look at the double-digit figures on the 24-hour span, a lot of altcoins are down tremendously. XRP, it's not even in the top tier list. It's all the way down here on the lower end. In fact, on the 24-hour span, it has less of a drop than QNT. And also other incredible assets in the space, even ADA, ING, Casper, Algorand, Solana. I mean, listen, as we look at XRP, it has not dropped significantly compared to other altcoins. It's been holding a little bit stronger than most. Now, again, it's not holding strong above support or anything like that. It's still having a major sell-off, but I'm just saying, like, we are now seeing frustration levels at an all-time high. We're now seeing bearishness at an all-time high. People are completely lost right now in this space because they still believe in the whole idea that Bitcoin's going down to 3K. We have been now witnessing calls around Bitcoin going down to significant levels, which we will address in this video. But Moon Lambo said it best. Is everyone else noticing the negativity and bearishness in crypto that has just popped up? Where are all the bullish crypto media headlines? Fewer of them today, I noticed. And yeah, we have been witnessing incredible psychological warfare being thrown out from the mainstream media outlets. Bobby A posted an incredible chart over on X, and we do see $35,000 to $40,000 with possible wicks to 32K will possibly present the best opportunity to DCA into Bitcoin since the November 2022 lows. However, most will not use it to their advantage as bears will be out in full force yet again at those levels screaming, "You see, I told you 10K is imminent." Most will be hesitant and fearful and allow yet another opportunity to pass by them. Edge members know precisely what to do in that situation, as it was written about months ago. Additionally, the support levels have been posted clearly and concisely well in advance. What matters now is proper execution and also mindset. Now, beyond this, right, I quoted this and I said, I've been witnessing calls on Bitcoin for 20K, 15K, 10K, and even $3,000. The sentiment in this market just this month went from mainstream media flooding the market with $250,000, $500,000, and even $1 million for one Bitcoin predictions to a complete bloodbath. They feed on your emotions. They threw the bait into the waters, waiting for the retail investors to bite. I sounded like a broken record leading up to the ETF approvals. I mentioned to hold stablecoins to be ready because we knew this was going to be a short-term sell the news event. Well, now it's here and it's clear. And again, I mentioned this. Go back to January 9th. We're talking about roughly 10 days ago. Remember what I said about this ETF drama. It is going to create the craziest FOMO event in crypto history, leading to one insane sell-off. Make sure to have stop losses in place, stable coins on the sidelines, and your long-term positions locked in. They are leading the sheep to slaughter. And here you guys have that video where they were calling for a $1 million Bitcoin on CNBC. Check this out. I'm just going to play for you guys real quick. I'm going to speed it up, but listen closer to this.
Let's see how the capital flows into the ETF. I think obviously I'm pretty bullish, but we've seen a big move recently. So the best part here is that there's going to be additional investors that get access to Bitcoin that maybe don't really want to natively hold it themselves, right?
If I told you it was going to move 15%, but I didn't tell you which way.
I don't think I'd be surprised.
Right, but pick away.
It's like every day.
Yeah, but pick away, up or down.
I think it depends on which way the approval, if it's approved or not.
Well, it's approved. If it's approved, no, yeah, I'm saying if it's approved.
If it's approved, I think it's likely we see more of an upside than a down.
You do.
Yeah.
And then do you see it becoming something? I mean, I remember we've had people on this broadcast that come on. Kathy Wood said it goes to $500,000 Bitcoin. We had people years ago come on and say $1 million of Bitcoin. Do you think that's directionally where this all goes? Do you think that there's sort of a cap on what it is? Do you think every investor in the world decides that they need to have some portion of their assets in Bitcoin?
I think it depends again on how much we see flow in, right? Bitcoin right now market cap is just over 915 billion, right? So even a successful ETF launch in 1 year could be 10 or 15 billion dollars in AUM. That would be quite successful compared to some of, even some of the most successful ETF launches. So even that is, we're only talking 1 or 2% of the current market cap of Bitcoin. So how much is that really going to inflate the price, to the levels you mentioned, 500,000 or a million? Time will tell. But again, we also know there's a fixed supply of Bitcoin. So how that impacts the supply and demand dynamics of the market and how much capital is actually flowing into the ETFs, I think will be very focused.
And what's going to happen to the price and the fees around these ETFs? There's part of me that thinks that ultimately it's all going to get compressed to close to zero because.
And they just continue to talk about the fees and stuff. But look at the price of Bitcoin at this time. It was almost $47,000. Okay. This was right around the top, or at least a local top right now on Bitcoin. This is why you have to shut out mainstream media. You have to, because they will continue to play with your emotion. But beyond this, XRP. This is where we are at right now on XRP. We are still riding the trend line going all the way back to 2021. We've had slight wicks down below it, major sell-offs. But as we really look at the overall chart here for XRP, we are anticipating somewhere within this region, almost like 46 cents, somewhere within 46 to 50 cents being hit. Again, this is where I'm very interested with XRP in terms of where we are going. We could front run this like we did back in May before we had a nice jump to the upside, but I do believe that this will most likely get retested. But the bearishness around XRP right now is so comical because I've been witnessing it for a while now and I've been talking about it and addressing it on the channel. When we really look at this, right, go back in time, go look at history. This got posted by Dan Moorhead over on X, and this rally is remarkably different from the previous one. I explain why in our January blockchain letter. I'll summarize below. The 2021 peak saw a massive churn in the top tokens. 14 of the top 20 tokens at the peak of the 2017 ICO-led boom dropped out of the top 20 soon after. They fell a long way. 13 of those fallen tokens now average number 123 by market capitalization. Tron is the only project that dropped out of the top 20 and returned. In hindsight, one can say that the speculative froth and hype on unproductive tokens, the 14 tokens that fell out of the 2017 top 20 were all replaced by tokens that didn't even exist at the time of the prior peak. That's wild, pure creative destruction. And here we have the list. Do you notice something very interesting here? Look at XRP. 2017 peak, number 2. 2021 peak, number 6. Today, number 5. We go back to the list. Right now, it is number 6. But again, if we're talking about USDT getting out of here, it is number 5. And that's why we have it at number 5 over here, because USDT is actually not labeled on this chart or any stablecoin. What's been interesting about this rally is how little change there has been. It's the polar opposite of the previous cycle. This time, all of the top 6, which account for 83% of market capitalization, are the same. 8 of the top 10 are the same. 14 tokens stayed in the top 20. Over all those cycles, Bitcoin is the constant. Only 6 tokens are in all 3 lists, shown in gold above. In the 12 years since Litecoin launched, only 4 tokens have held the number 2 position. Litecoin, XRP, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash only held it for 1 day. Bitcoin has always held that title belt. We spoke a lot during 2022 about the idea that while the downdraft was similar in magnitude to the prior bear markets, that it was unique because blockchain was not facing an existential crisis. Most of the price action was driven by leverage and the headlines caused by bad actors. That's why it is not surprising that we see the same projects coming back. They were not down because they were not good projects. They were down in sympathy with the overall market. Solana is a particularly good example. Now, I love this quote here. They were not down because they were not good projects. They were down in sympathy with the overall markets. And the same can be said about a lot of these altcoins, including, of course, even XRP. But one thing is clear, that even though we had that lawsuit for 2+ years, XRP still remained in the top 10. I mean, it's significant to say that because, again, at this current moment in time, while XRP, FUD, and frustration is at an all-time high, the overall market is extremely turbulent. Also remember that XRP in this space right now is a blue chip. It has almost $30 billion worth of market cap. This is one of those altcoins that will be around for the next 5, 10, 15, 20+ years because of the utility behind it and the compliance behind it. We just won in court back in July. It is cleared as a currency. People still forget that, and it's comical. Now, I mentioned on X, I said, in my opinion, XRP will make a new all-time high eventually. No specific time frame, because again, I don't care for time frames. Personally, I don't care when it does, but the key here isn't to just hold 100 XRP hoping for the Fed to buy it back off of you for $10,000. The key is to utilize the opportunity of XRP doing nothing but going sideways or dropping for a very long time. Accumulate as much as you can so that when the all-time high is breached, you can start taking profits. From the all-time high to $10, that is the prime profit-taking zone. Now, I'm not saying to average in. I'm not saying to DCA all the way down. No, when we hit significant demand zones, that's when you average in. You don't average in on every single red candle because guess what? If you did that, you would be in a significant loss right now. But if you have bought every single time that this trend line got hit, or we are hitting support zones, you're still in profit. I mean, hell, even right now, if we go back to the summertime, when we first tapped this zone, right, we are still in profit of almost 74%. But also, obviously, you never want to sell 100% of your bag, but during that time, it is crucial to pay yourself for holding for so long. Don't let sideways price action or abysmal performance cloud your judgment. These are opportunities in all actuality. I like to buy the desperation, the fear, because right now in the XRP community, that's what I mostly see. Look past the noise and make sure you are paying yourselves this cycle, especially if you hold XRP. And again, even going all the way back to July, right? Since that moment in time for XRP, this has been roughly 189 days. During this entire time, we have been seeing nothing but bearish FUD statements, negativity. Oh, Brad's dumping on everyone. Ripple's dumping on everyone. Ripple's a big scam. And that's the narrative. That's been the narrative in the space. Hell, even over here, big shout to JD, by the way. We worked together actually on the Wealth Network with Tokenizer. Dumb money. Like this guy, yet again, is listening to narratives. No wonder why he sounds wrecked. I don't care what Brad Garlinghouse, he says Garlic House, of course. It's an inside joke from a while back if you've been around the XRP community, is doing. Ignore him. Not that hard. And again, here's a post. Laugh out loud. Brad Garlinghouse is doing scam with XRP, selling their bags and doing fake hype. Look at the comments under my XRP post. I mean, besides some of these good positive ones, we scroll down past all of the X scams. You can actually see, or you could just do what I did and move your XRP into something else. For me, it was Solana. And again, yeah, you can make great gains on other altcoins. That's why we diversify. We don't just go all in on XRP. Looking forward to the year 2050 when we see some price action. Like, this is the overall narrative. Everyone has been extremely bearish on XRP for a very long time, and they've been writing it off as it's never going to hit a new all-time high. It's never going to do anything remotely similar to 2017, 2018. And I do believe that that's exactly why it will. But beyond that, look at all the expansions. Look at all the growth. The XRP ledger is seeing incredible developments. Amendments are out there right now being voted on that will change the entire XRP ledger into a very incredible opportunity for, massive amounts of utility with AMMs. We have the EVM sidechain, which is going to open the doors for incredible amounts of developers and other use cases. I mean, when we really look at XRP now versus 2020, 2021, 2017, 2018, and prior cycles, it is extremely bullish compared to those times. But also, here's a chart from JD, still in support range. If 54 cents level breaks, expect the orange box to get hit quickly. Orange box will be my next buy level, or when dumb money complains again, whichever comes first. And again, this orange box is right around roughly like the 30, it's like 35, 34 cents to almost like 42 cents. If we look at my chart, it's a little bit different, right? The levels are a little bit different, but this is why you always like to get opinions from everyone in the space. I'm not going to be right all the time. Nobody's going to be right all the time. But I'm very interested in this area here. We could see wicks all the way down to like roughly 40 cents, maybe even going all the way down to roughly 36 cents, somewhere within that range. But I'm very interested in this green zone, which is anywhere between 40, almost 6 cents to almost 50 cents. But we have been waiting for this. We have been preparing for this because, again, when mainstream media is talking about these massive price predictions, it's usually time to de-risk and hold some stable coins, because that's usually when we start to see major sell-offs. Because, again, the smart money, the whales, they're not stupid. They know what's coming next. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join me for Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.